Peninsular rivers flowing towards east. Small rivers flowing towards the east. A huge number of rivers, as well as their tributaries, flow to the east. There are several tiny rivers that connect to the Bay of Bengal, and while they are little, they are significant in their own way. Subarnarekha River. It begins at an elevation of 600 meters in Nagri hamlet in Jharkhand's Ranchi area. It is bounded on the northwest by the Chota Nagpur Plateau, on the southwest by the Brahmani Basin, on the south by the Burhabaling Basin, and on the southeast by the Bay of Bengal. Hundru Falls, which falls from a height of 98 meters, is produced along the Subarnarekha River. The numerous rock formations developed as a consequence of erosion by the constantly running water have contributed to the area's allure. The Chota Nagpur Plateau limits the basin on the north and west, the mountains separating it from the Baitarani Basin on the south, the Bay of Bengal on the southeast, and the Kasai Valley of the Kangsabati River on the east. The Subarnarekha's major tributaries are the Karkai, Roro, Kanchi, Harmu Nadi, Damra, Keru, Chinguru, Karakari, Gurma, Gara, Singaduba, Kodia, Dulunga, and Kaijori. Baitarani River. The Baitarani is a large east-flowing river in peninsular India that finally flows into the Bay of Bengal. The Baitarani flows through the Gonasika Hills and through a stone shaped like a cow's nose. Following that, the river goes underground for almost half a kilometer and is not visible from the outside. The Baitarani is known as Guptaganga or Gupta Baitarani in the Indian state of Odisha. Baitarani's commencement is a short stretch of the boundary between the states of Odisha and Jharkhand. The Baitarani Basin, with its enormous mineral and agricultural resources and cheap labor, offered an ideal location for the establishment and operation of several businesses. Baitarani's tributaries are the Budi, Kanjori, Ambajara, Mushal, Kusai, and Solandi. Brahmani River. The Brahmani River originates in Nagri village in Jharkhand's Ranchi area at a height of around 600 meters and travels for 799 kilometers. The Baitarani River originates in the hills of Odisha's Keonjhar district at an elevation of around 900 meters and travels for around 365 kilometers. Both river systems join to form a single delta in the Bay of Bengal. The Brahmani River flows south through the valleys created by the Garjat Hills to reach the well-known Gangpur Basin. In this location, the Brahmani River is joined by a number of fast-flowing tributaries. The deltaic zone of Brahmani begins 315.00 kilometers downstream from Janapur, when the Kalamitra Island divides the river into two streams. Red and yellow, mixed red and black, red sandy, laterite, red loamy, coastal alluvium, saline, and forest soils are found in this basin. Brahmani tributaries include Kol, Karadi, Mankara, Samakoi, Ramiola, Karo, Sank, Rukura, Gohira, Tikira, Singdejor, Nigra, Barjor, and Nandira. Penner River. The Penner River, also known as the Uttara Pinakini in India, is a river. The Penner River is a vital waterway in peninsular India. Penner River begins in Karnataka's Nandi Highlands' Chenna Kasava Hills and flows for around 597 kilometers before draining into the Bay of Bengal. The Penner and its tributaries' watersheds span a section of the southern Deccan Plateau, including the bulk of Andhra Pradesh's Rayalaseema region and a piece of Karnataka. The Kolar Plateau divides the Penner watershed from the Kaveri, Ponayar, and Palar River basins to the south. The two hill ranges to the south of the river are the Seshachalam and Palakonda mountains. The basin is devoid of significant corporations. The pillars of the current minor industries include cotton weaving, sugar mills, oil mills, rice mills, and other agricultural goods. The river's major tributaries are the Jayamangal, Kundur, Sagaleru, Chitravati, Papagni, and Cheyaru. Palar River. It starts in Karnataka's Chikkabalapur district and goes through Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, and Tamil Nadu until entering the Bay of Bengal at Vellore, south of Chennai. It flows underground for a long distance before surfacing in Bethamangala town and traveling eastward through the Deccan Plateau, accumulating water and speed. The flow of the Palar is unpredictable, with large variations from year to year. Although the river does not flood frequently, heavy rains have caused it to overflow for up to 6 months. The Palar Basin is one of the most significant of the 12 basins that connect the Penner and Kaveri basins. The usual rainfall in the Palar River Basin is low. Droughts were widespread in this river basin in the past. There has been no full-scale flow for the preceding 10 years. Thank you.